Chris, you must take a lot of pride from that victory and performance.
Yes, very much so. I think there's, of course, the most important thing is the 3 points, and particularly when you lose your first game, and then you know you're going up to Liverpool in your next game. So that's the most important thing. But very proud of the performance. Particularly the reaction from last week, and a knowledge that with the quality that United have got, if you allow them to play their game, then they can hurt you. And I thought both sides of our game, I thought was really good today.
You kept the tempo really high. You pressed them right throughout.
Yeah, which and what we've got to make sure to do is that it's not a home game against Manchester United that makes you do it, because it's maybe, and I know the feelings of players, and I've been there before. Sometimes, that it's not so difficult to raise your game for them type of games. So we've got to make sure that it's more games than not. But the tempo of the game was very good, and I must admit, sometimes, irrespective of the result, I think even if we hadn't got the result, I would have been really delighted with the way that our team played the game, and the levels that we got to try and get a result.
Jose Mourinho said that he said it was down to United's mistakes. Do you think that's a bit unfair on Brighton?
Well, I think as manager of the opposition, then he would look at that, and if I looked at the two goals that we conceded, then a poor goal from a set play, which is very, very frustrating, and then of course a penalty that we've given away. So arguably I could say the same, but I think it's for me more about the way that we played, and I would like to think that most people watching the game will look at, and I know, of course, once it's a Big Six team, that others will look at it a little bit different. But I'd like to think that people will look at it a little bit more, is that we were good as opposed to United being poor.
Glenn Murray gave their centre halves solid time throughout the game. Really unsettled them. Was that a flaw? Is that something you've pinpointed before the game that Glenn could get at those?
Well, not particularly. It's the way we play, and generally we don't veer too much away from the way we play. Generally, it's 4-4-1-1 with Pascal Gross, who's a big runner, filling in the holes and getting on the ball. But you need a target, and particularly when you're playing against the best teams, because you know they're going to have the ball, you're going to be under pressure, and you need an outlet. And I thought Glenn was excellent and gave us that real strong outlet both ways. I thought when we had the ball, allowing us to get the ball into the final third, but also stopping their two centre halves having the type of day that they would like. And it was a very, very good performance by him.
Chris Hughton, vice captain, has not missed a league game for 18 months. So to lose him after 20 minutes did make it particularly easy the way the game went on.
Yes, and disappointed for Lewis. And when he came off, you knew he had to come off. He's a very, very tough boy, and very rarely injured. So that was disappointing. But in Balogun, you've got somebody that you know won't be phased. He's played at a very good level, and of course played in the World Cup of the summer. So he won't be phased. It's just how he's going to deal with the quality that they have, and I thought he did very well.
Obviously very early. It was right ankle, wasn't it?
Not sure which one, but yes, his ankle. Yeah.
Chris, Paul Pogba says his attitude and attitude of his entire team was not good enough from the very beginning. Did your players pick that up? Did you pick that up? Did you sense that you could go for the kill? Did you feel there was something wrong with the attitude?
No, I think when you're the manager of the opposition team, all your efforts go into the way that you're playing, and what I did sense is that that the tempo of our game was good enough to put them off their game, to not allow them to get into the type of rhythm that they would like to get into. They, irrespective of a good day or a bad day, they have such quality that they can hurt you. And that's the two sides of our game, and probably that side I was just pleased with the other side, that we never allowed them to get into the type of game that they would like.
Chris, there was quite a lot of noise outside of here about team selection after the disappointment at Watford, but it was a show of faith really, wasn't it, in a lot of the players, and you were rewarded.
Well, I think when you're the level of club that we are, and within only our second season in this division, you know, we're going to have bad days, and last Saturday wasn't the only bad day that we've had. You know, there are quite a few I could have told you about last season. So it's the levels, and you're up against better players, and you can't always have your day. So there has to be that right balance between sticking with the players that you know, and also the level of competition we've got now, I think is greater and will be greater this season. And if that means that the players have got to work as hard to stay in the team, then you know that will be something that will be beneficial for us.
Word on Solly March, you gave Ashley Young.
I thought it was one of. It's very difficult to single out players, but I thought he was another one that was really good today. And wasn't so good last week, so yeah, really pleased for him.
Do you think part of that, obviously, the competition wingers wise now with Ali Ray, so you've still got Jose to come back, haven't you?
Well, it's their responsibility to make sure they stay in the team, and I mean everybody over the season will be used, and you know, I'm quite sure that come however the season finishes up, they would have all played had their contribution. So. That's the reason why we brought players in the summer, to have the type of squad that we've got.
Does this do anything for another nice easy one next week?
Well, I'd like to think that it allows a group of players to go into the game with a bit more confidence. You can't take away from the fact that they don't come any more difficult than away at Liverpool. You know, particularly with not only the squad they've got, but not only the team they've got, but the recruitment they had in the summer. So you hope that you can play to some level like we did today, and of course you can't come away from there with anything without getting a bit of luck as well.
You mentioned, Chris, about Lewis, and you just mentioned about Solly as well. It was one of the most pleasing aspects of the afternoon, the fact that defensively you were so strong and you actually restricted United to very few half chances.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, there are two sides of the game, and you know, if we were going to have a brilliant day with the ball and not without it, then you know the score might have ended up here in the performance. You know, a 7-6 performance. You know, because they will score goals. So you have to work very hard on the other side of the game. And I thought defensively solid, but it's not a goalkeeper in the back four. It's Anthony Knockaert tracking back. Solly Marsh tracking back with Young, stopping crosses coming in, and so it was a good defensive display from the front, and it was a good offensive performance, I thought, from the back.
Just one other thought, Chris, on your debutant right back. Did he quite well do?
Yes, well, I think probably the benefit of that one is that he's an experienced player. You know, he's played at a very good level, played in some very big games, and I think that this being his first Premier League game, I think that helps.
Do you think that means you can no need to sort of rush with Bruno?
No, I think what it gives us very good competition. You know, in that position, and the sort of competition that sort of Bruno, you know, accepts and knows it's got to be the best thing for the team. Okay. Ooh.